You finish getting ready for work at a club that focuses on VIP rooms and private dances. Walk out onto the floor and, lucky you, there are 9 tables and bar seats filled with people, each with a different makeup. Every dancer has a different strategy for which of those tables to approach first, and here is mine. You're facing those 9 tables and not getting any signals in particular which to approach. What do? Number 1. Of course, start with anybody who tipped you on stage, who you of course suggested a dance to at that time, like I said in my last video. Unless they flat out said no, strike while the iron is hot and check in quickly. Number 2. Next, go to the regular who pays out like it's candy. If you have more than one regular in the building, greet the ones who don't pay out as well, telling them that you'll be right back. Then go straight to the regular who spends the most money. You don't want to run him off. Spend a little time with him, give him your attention, sell him whatever dances or rooms he's willing to buy, then go on to your next best paying regular, telling him, oh, you are so sorry you can't spend more time with them, but you have to work while you're at work. Make sure you don't lose his business by slighting him. Number 3. Once you've exhausted all of your regulars, next is the one with the cash on the table. This guy has brought money to spend and he wants everyone to know it. This isn't a guarantee. He could just be fishing for attention. But a lot of guys do this when they're short on time and want their dances as quickly as possible, which is your goal too. Number 4. After this is the guy in the business suit sitting at the bar. Go up and talk to him, maybe he'll buy you a drink, and you'll fall into an interesting conversation. Plenty of traveling businessmen come to strip clubs for a little company. And if you stick with him a while, he'll probably buy a dance. Once you've got him on a couch, you can work your magic to keep him there. Number 5. After that is the group of guys sitting together. Going to strip clubs with friends can be awkward for guys who don't want to be seen buying too many dances too easily. So this can go one of 3 ways. Either they each pass the buck, trying to convince their friends to spend money so they don't have to, and you don't make a dime, or they successfully pressure each other into getting dances, usually dances that they wanted anyways but were too embarrassed to buy. Or, in the best case scenario, they start buying each other dances. Oftentimes, in that last case, one man will buy his friend a dance, and if you give that friend a good enough dance, he will then buy the first man a dance from you as well. This can turn into a very good situation, because once they start buying dances, the awkwardness is over, and they can go a little wild with it. But often as not, men in groups will be too embarrassed to start that process, which is why they don't rank higher on this list. Number 6. Coming in after groups of men are women, either alone or with other women. Some women in strip clubs are gay and enjoying it in the exact same way that the men are, while others are straight and there for curiosity or novelty. You can potentially sell dances either way, but you're unlikely to sell huge chunks of dances or VIP rooms. And women often feel like they don't have to respect the rules, which can bring down your spirits and ruin your night. Never let anyone, even women, overstep your boundaries. And more often than not, your night won't be ruined at all. Number 7. After women alone or with other women, come women with men. Couples like to tip at stage, and will sometimes buy dances for them both together. They may enjoy you dancing on both of them or just one or the other, but it's also very easy to get tied up in relationship drama. I've known couples who came to strip clubs together happily for years, only to break up and have fistfights right there on the club floor, or to argue about which dancer to pick because some dancers went too far in the dance for one of the partner's comfort. I knew a wife who stalked her husband to the club after they broke up and decked him as he was coming out of the bathroom. Number 8. Next to last is the guy wearing either sweatpants or basketball shorts, if you were even willing. You don't have to grind on him, although he'll buy more dances if you do. He's probably not the cleanest smelling guy, but this is work, not play. And he'll definitely shell out because dressing like that was part of his plan for getting the most out of his dances. Number 9. Lastly is the regular sitting in the corner who never buys dances. Spending a tight few minutes with him has about 2% chance of getting you a dance more than sitting in the back room complaining about him. Don't give him a lot of your time, but always give yourself that lottery chance. I hope this was helpful because for me, this was a formula that took me some time to figure out. Feel free to stray from it if your instincts tell you differently, or someone waves you over or approaches you, obviously. Some nights it is enough to simply follow smiles from table to table. But other times you have to be smart about how you spend your time, and a plan like this can help. So if you found this helpful, like and subscribe and hit the bell. There will be more. I make videos about all things strip club and stripper. My Linktree, including the link to my exclusive OnlyFans, is in the description. Here is a playlist of other strip club lists. Have a good week, and much love.